Imagine you go to the beach and you're chilling, absorbing the sun rays, as they say. And then you look to your right and you see a bottle wash up onto the seaside. And so you go to this bottle because you notice something weird about it. You notice that inside the bottle, it's a glass bottle, there's a little piece of paper. And so you go to the bottle and you open the cap and you take the paper out and you read it. And you realize that this paper is telling you of an account of something that took place 1,000 years ago. And you're reading it and you're like, wow, this is interesting. But then imagine that you look to your right again and you see another bottle. So this is bottle 1. Now you see bottle 2. And so you go to bottle 2 and you open it and you realize there's way more papers in it. And so when you open bottle 2, you realize that the first paper gives you a historical account again from 1,000 years ago. But the second paper shows you the multiple chains of people who've narrated this historical account until this very moment. So it's, for example, this person narrated it from this person, narrated it from this person, all the way until the present moment right now. You have a complete chain on the piece of paper. Then on the third piece of paper, you have a biography of every single narrator in that chain. And then a fourth paper is a strict analysis of each biography in that chain to prove that that narrator can or cannot be trusted. And then a sixth paper or a fifth paper is a final grading on the authenticity of this historical account that you just read. Can you trust it? Can you not trust it? I ask you to be sincere. Which bottle are you likely to trust more? Bottle 1 or bottle 2? Obviously bottle 2, right? Bottle 1 is pretty much more or less all history that exists in the world today. But bottle 2 is Islamic history. SubhanAllah. Every single account you see in Islam, in the hadith, has to have two things. The thing number 1 is a matan, which is the text of hadith itself, the account, what the Prophet ﷺ said, the historical account. The matan, this is called. Thing number 2 is the sanad, which is the chain of narrators until this matan was published in a book or a collection. Every single hadith in Islam needs to have a matan, which is the text, what the Prophet ﷺ said, and a chain of narration that goes all the way until it is collected in a book, which is exactly what the books of hadith are. If any of these two things are missing, we as Muslims completely discard this information and it would not be associated with Islam at all, full stop, period. The study of the matan and the sanad to give a grading, a classification on whether it's authentic or not is the science that we're studying right now. Mustalah al-Hadith, you see? And so this science tells us if something definitely came from the Prophet ﷺ or not. If we're not certain that the Prophet ﷺ said something, we as Muslims cannot say and should not say the Prophet ﷺ said this. Why? Because this is done out of fear of lying about the Prophet ﷺ. There's a very bone-chilling hadith which needs to be mentioned. Prophet ﷺ, he said, وَمَنْ كَذَبَ عَلَيَّ مُتَعَمِّدًا فَلْيَتَبَوَّأْ مَقْعَدَهُ مِنَ النَّارِ. Whoever deliberately lies about the Prophet ﷺ, about me, let him take his seat in the hellfire. And so if we as Muslims have any doubt that something came from him or not, we do not say the Prophet ﷺ said, and as the lessons go on, you'll know exactly what to say when you come across weak hadith or hadith which are lies about the Prophet ﷺ, and so on and so forth, okay? Everything we've mentioned so far is what makes Islamic history the most robust type of history that exists in the world today.